Let me go and get my drink. It's already made. Ugh.
I'll be right back. After this one.
Good shit. All right. And we're live. Welcome to the Drunken Guardian Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Danny Martinez. And today we got Boneless Bones and Randy Rignarock. They both stepped away for a second, but they are
No,
here.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. And then there's
And I too am your host, Danny Martinez.
Sure. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, with the picture for those watching the video version. Yeah, that's me there when me and Randy first met.
Yeah, it was our first date.
Memories.
Oh my god.
So,
was really
and then there's Sober Guardian Danny, who refuses to change his picture.
Hey, I love my picture. I'm
So-
proud of my picture.
So this is
I use my
episode.
picture a lot.
This is ooh. This is episode 48 of the podcast. So thank you for joining us. For anybody listening, audio and video version, we stream live every Thursday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube and Twitch. If you guys ever want to look for any links of our social media and any of our live streams, anything like YouTube stuff, go to thedrunkenguardian.com for any information, as well as our email, thedrunkenguardian@gmail.com. So we have a very short show. We're going to try to keep the episodes a bit shorter nowadays, just to make it a little bit more palatable for people who are trying to listen to the audio version as well. But if there's anyone that's in chat who still wants to chat and have some fun with us, just feel free to leave any comments. You can still send emails for questions and stuff like that if you guys want. So, but I guess the first thing is, I'm going to mention my drink today, which is, I call it the Mark of Samael, which is the god that is worshipped in Silent Hill. So this is a Silent Hill drink. So this is a mezcal, I guess kind of a mezcal margarita, triple sec, lemon juice, simple syrup, and a bit of chili powder on it. So with a, like I said, mezcal. So it's pretty good. I like it a lot. Is anybody else drinking anything?
I
Water.
have a Guinness Extra Stout.
Ooh, I hate Guinness.
I do like car bombs
Can
though.
I put my my 2 weeks in?
Please, no car bombs. See, that's the problem with me. I had a really bad experience with Guinness with car bombs. I can't even smell Guinness without getting nauseous now.
Oh, this is the drawer.
This is the
right?
panty drawer incident. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, hold on. It was either Guinness or Heineken.
I'm
was
not gonna
Guinness.
tell the story here because it's long. But if it maybe sometime in the future, if we had time, then sure.
Panty
But
drawer incident.
it's bad. It's a bad. It was a bad night. Kevin, are you drinking anything?
Yeah, I'm drinking New Amsterdam and Kool-Aid. So
Interesting. Okay.
I'm legit drinking it in this like very tall cup, and it's kind of like a Knuckles, you know. It's got a bit of a sweetness, and then it got a lot
Punch
of
in the
punch to
face.
it. Yeah, it hurts.
You might as well have fucking done New Amsterdam and Tang.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Wait, do they still make Tang?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I think they sell them in like the big fuck off
I don't-
containers only.
I don't think I've even seen Sunny D anymore. I don't know. Maybe I don't shop enough.
I don't know about Sunny D.
Yeah.
That
Sunny
makes
D, yeah.
sense, D.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Still?
I mean, I'm sure. I just never seen
yeah.
it though.
Mm.
So for me, I've been playing not so much this week, but I did get a chance to jump back on Ratchet and Clank since like maybe the third time that I got to play it. So it shows how short the game fairly is because after the third time playing it in the past 2 weeks that it's been out ish, I beat the game. It's fucking amazing. It's an amazing game. It's a typical platformer, but it's so fucking charming and colorful. Graphics are nice. Weapons are awesome. It's so much fun. It's hectic as hell with all the enemies on screen and shit. It was cool. And that's pretty much all I played. Like, I didn't get to do much of anything. Kevin?
Okay, so in the words of Randy, was it tasty? Did it look good?
It was
Did it look
tasty.
edible?
It was
Did it look
tasty.
edible? Okay.
Tasty enough to maybe even make a drink too for it.
Really?
It was a good game. It was fun. I mean, it's short, it's easy, it's predictable,
Yeah.
but overall, just the feel of what the PS5 can do. You know, kind
Well,
of a
aside
little bit of
from
a shock.
how did it feel like in comparison to the older games in the franchise?
Mm,
About the same to me, honestly.
It's
I
a
mean,
it's
they're
it
kind of like
it's about the same gameplay wise, but it definitely runs like the frame rate is a lot smoother, the graphics are a lot more smoother. But it's still pretty much a Ratchet and Clank game, very much true to it, and it's still a lot of fun. Like for some reason it just doesn't get stale.
okay.
those games are just you play, you know what you're expecting. You know, like they didn't reinvent the wheel on Ratchet and Clank, but they made it feel up to date with the graphics and everything they did. The experience, you know, the levels, especially each level being super different, either being like a Rise of the type of thing where you like morph the world, or giant roller coaster, you know, fighting giant big robot things going through the arms, going everywhere, just constant nonstop. And the game like did a great job of if not of keep pacing the action, constantly playing, constantly doing something. Never stop
Yeah,
until you beat the game.
yeah.
You know.
So, I haven't been playing much because I finally hit Twitch affiliate, so I was excited for that.
Yes,
I've
I
been
was
playing-
gonna
yeah,
congratulate you on that on the show
thank you,
too.
thank you,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take a drink for this.
Hell yeah.
I'm old.
Cheers.
I'm old.
Cheers.
What's that
Cheers to
mean?
that shit, man. Good luck. Good
Wait,
job.
I'm gonna cheers myself with another bottle over here. So just
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, gotcha.
some nice ASMR for you.
Kampai. Yeah, I finally hit it. So I was playing. As of right now, I'm playing. I'm gonna take another drink for it, anyways. Guilty Gear Strive. So I've been playing a lot of that, and then I was talking shit on Twitter, the best way to say it. And I challenged somebody to a match in Dragon Ball. So now I got to play Dragon Ball tomorrow,
Oh, shit.
and I gotta
Ooh.
try not to get blown up. So
Yeah.
because 16 has a move that he grabs you and blows you up. My whole priority objection in that entire fight is not to get grabbed by that.
I got an idea
level
for
3?
you. I got an idea for you for the show if you're up for it one day, whether it be
What's up?
for Dragon
What's up?
Ball or maybe something else in the future.
Yeah, sure, no
Since
problem.
I'm such a fucking novice still with fighting games, like I've been playing fighting games for God knows how long, but I still suck at them. You
Yeah.
should train me.
Yeah. You always do.
Oh
You
shit!
should train me and see how well I progress at, like throughout some episodes.
I can definitely do that, but just know I'm not. And you're looking at me like looking down to looking up. I'm like just like 3 feet in front of you. That's it. Like I'm not amazing, but I'll definitely like do that. Like
No,
train you.
just wait until he goes like full savant, and then he just like rocks your shit, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, no problem.
The,
Because what is it when
the student has
when we played
become the
Tekken-
master.
no? Because what is it when we played Tekken? I had my moments where I was able to like pull off some really good shit with Nina, and he goes, all right, bet, no problem. Pulls out Jin and just absolutely smokes me. He juggled me. He fucking ground bounced me. He put me up against the wall and just proceeded to wipe the floor. I'm like, yeah, no, okay, just I'll humble myself. It's okay.
I was like, oh yeah, that combo. You know, it's funny. My little brother, he's in the army now. Every time he's like, oh, I want to be humbled. He's like, humble me. So we'll just play Tekken. We'll play like a 1 to 50, and he's like, it's like 50 to like 20 or like 50 to 5, and he's like, okay, I'm good. I was like, oh, you're good now? I'm done. I was done like 30 matches ago. I just wanted to keep playing to see whatever.
That's
but,
me and Danny. Like me and Danny will play, and like Danny is just like it's like from 50 to 10, or maybe 10 if I'm lucky.
Yeah, just a small suggestion. One day we should all play Smash.
Oh yeah, I'm not good at that.
I'm still trying to get you guys to play. I mean, we've been playing Monster Hunter every now and then, but we haven't played Smash yet.
We haven't played
Danny-
Monster
Danny
Hunter in
needs
like
to get
what,
a-
2 weeks or so? No,
Danny
3.
needs to get a
4?
Switch too.
3 weeks. It's been months.
I think it's been a month.
Months?
It's been a month at least.
No.
Yeah.
I have to see when you guys like connect the last for that.
Because we had Intergrade, we had we had Intergrade, we had Ratchet and Clank, we had Returnal.
I got Nier.
You got Nier. So yeah, we've been playing our own shit for a while.
By the way, fuck that game.
Yeah, fuck it.
Nier?
Honest, yes,
I thought you
because
liked it.
now, no, I mean, fuck that game in a good way, like
okay.
passionately, if you will. Okay, so playing the second playthrough now, you're getting insight on the bosses that you had to fight.
Yeah.
And now I feel like the villain.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
before, like they would talk, but you wouldn't understand what they were saying. But now they're adding subtitles to it and more context,
Yeah.
and it is so fucking depressing.
They
Because
did
it's
the
like
same thing with Automata. But go on.
Yeah. Where, like the backstories and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't ready for any of this, honestly.
So that's what you've been playing then, right?
Yeah, pretty much solely.
Okay.
I played a little bit of Hunter, but that's really about it. I still do have to get Smash. I'm putting that off. I don't know why.
As soon as
But-
you do it, let me know. I mean, I told you before too. Like I have 2 more weeks of my summer semester, and then I'm taking the fall off. So as that's more time for gaming for me. We could fucking play anytime.
Yeah. Well, apparently, according to fucking Leticia, I have to like unlock a bunch of characters.
Yeah, there's a lot to
yep.
unlock.
Yep.
Dude, I thought that Greninja fucking came immediately, and apparently not.
No.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because it's either I play Cloud or I play Greninja. Nothing else. But I think I'm gonna have to just like stay Link for quite a while.
That's
Isn't
best.
Cloud like S tier up there?
He's okay. He's
I don't
not
know.
S tier.
No.
You could say Bayonetta, Villager, Diddy Kong, Pichu with his damage, and like the broken character will be like Terry. The fuck is
Kazuya
it?
now that he's coming out.
No, not Kazuya.
Yeah.
You can't.
He
You
will
can't
be,
use
yes.
you can't use DLC characters the first week that they come out. You got to give it like a month.
Isn't
who the
there
fuck
like
else?
but for Sephiroth? Didn't they do like
Oh,
an
yeah.
early release kind of thing? Like if you beat him, you unlock him right away.
No, so you had to buy Sephiroth, and then you do the Sephiroth challenge, and then you unlock him there. Like you didn't have to wait. Like
You had to
the time
buy
that you
him to be able
Yeah.
to fight him to unlock him.
Oh, so it was like you fight Sephiroth, and it's like what the hell is it called? It's like an event. You do the event, and then if you already bought the season pass, or if you already bought the character directly, you didn't have to wait the day that he comes out to play him. You just play him there and then. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I was like, that's like a whatever kind of thing, you know? But
To quickly comment on that one.
Leticia.
Yes, I know that, but wasn't Greninja like immediately available in Smash 4?
yeah, no, I
No,
doubt it.
I
for
don't
the
remember.
fucking Wii U and the DS.
No, he was not.
I don't
he was
remember.
not-
Bullshit.
I'm being serious.
I feel like he was. So
How are you telling me that I played Greninja in 4? Like, no, he wasn't unlocked. You had to do the arcade or whatever the fuck story mode it was for Smash or Classic, and then you unlock characters. Once you unlock most of the what is it, the Pokemon characters, you should be fine.
Mm.
no availability starters. Fuck you.
Wait, what was it?
As a starter character is a character who is already available to play immediately after turning the game on for the first time. Smash 4 Greninja was available, so there is not.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
fuck you, Kevin.
Oh, okay.
We're talking
Okay.
about Ultimate.
All right.
Respect
So
character.
Kevin, what you been playing?
Wait,
With
I already
himself.
told myself. What?
Yourself?
I've been
What?
playing. So 2 games. I told you Strive, and right now I'm playing Lost Ruins, and I'm trying to record a playthrough of it because that
Yes.
game is amazing. So
Okay.
this person.
And Danny?
I've been playing Final Fantasy 14. I went on I had
On
a
the PlayStation,
father
right?
day for the PlayStation, yeah.
Yep.
I went on a hunt, I should say, of which game I should play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Whether it should be like which of the best like MMO. I really wanted to play an MMO this weekend, and I did. So and I looked up if I should play ESO, The Elder Scroll, which I tried for like.
I was very close to buying that game myself.
It's just the story is it's just like the regular Elder Scroll where you have this huge open world and you can do everything you want, but just almost too much to too much options on
Well,
what you
especially with
should be
all the new
doing.
DLCs is out. Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't want to buy it. But
Yeah,
when I heard it
yeah,
was appealing to me to want to buy it just because the new expansion had just recently come out, and I was just like, maybe I should jump on it now. But yeah, you're right. Like it's overwhelming at this point.
exactly. And the first one, I mean, and it's definitely be different at the beginning. They gave you some kind of guidance of where you're supposed to be going, what you kind of do, and they do in the first, obviously the training. But after the training, it's just like one big, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
And it kind of got annoying and kind of frustrating. So I turned it off, and then I went back to Final Fantasy, which I did put down only because only because um I didn't like the last expansion, not the one that just came out, the level 60 to 70, or yeah, 60 70. Heaven Sword. I didn't like it that much. It was, to me, it was nothing special, and I wasn't the only one who agreed with who thought the same thing. And then everybody was like, "Oh, but you got to give Shadowbringers another try." Shadowbringers is completely different. The classes, everything's better. So I was like, "Fuck it, whatever. Let me try it again," because I tried Terra, I tried Black, fuck that guy,
The Black Mage, the Thaumaturge.
Black Desert.
Oh.
I was
Oh,
playing
Black
Black
Desert
Desert. I
Online,
played
yeah.
Terra.
Oh, Black Desert. Oh, ew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That one's.
I fucking plays horrible. Oh my god, it's so rough.
It
I
looks
just like
nice, granted, but it plays like
it
shit.
plays like shit. Yeah, it looks like it should be great, but it does not do it.
Mm.
I went to like 5 different MMOs within a span of like 2 hours type of thing. And I was like, let's play Final Fantasy. And let me try Final Fantasy again. And they had the update for the PS5, so I had to redo my configuration a little bit. But after
Those are the top 3 MMOs right now. Is Final Fantasy, World of
actually,
Warcraft, and what the fuck did you
ESO.
say? ESO, yeah. Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, Final Fantasy is supposedly at the top right now, and because of the last expansion and everything that we're doing, and I'm playing it, and the storyline is, you can see why it's actually really good, and especially in comparison to what the last one was, and what you can do, and I was just going through the rabbit hole and trying to remember. I'm like, Final Fantasy, period, it's just a way better game than World of Warcraft because they dumbed down World of Warcraft so much towards the end. Like, I don't know how the last few expansions, but I know some people started complaining about
I
it.
stopped
And
at
it's
the
just,
Pandera.
yeah, and it's just like, even then, like that's kind of, I think I maybe did one more after that, but they dumbed it down to like your rotation was like 4 moves,
Yeah,
maybe
because
5. Like,
last time it was really good was Cataclysm. Pandaria, I
yeah,
like completely skipped over. And when Warlords came out, that's when I like came back into fucking WoW, and I was like really hooked because the story was good and a lot of the stuff that they added was really really nice.
yeah,
But I couldn't like force myself to continue through it because I felt like I was just like trudging through it. Everything just was
yeah.
slowly diminishing, and after that, I just completely stopped. I know that they have WoW Classic now, and they're gonna do BC for that. Well, Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
I'm
it's just
thinking
gonna come
about
full
trying
circle
the
again.
Burning Cassette, but yeah, I agree with you. It's gonna come full circle, and yeah, they're gonna be doing the graphics, be doing the story a bit, and the graphics that they have are more like almost like a cell shade kind of cartoony that they're using, and they have technology to do way more. I feel like they do anyway, and it's just not there. And it's just, you play Final Fantasy and you play those, and it's just 2 different games. Final
Yeah,
Fantasy, you have this huge rotation of moves you can do, and
and you could
every
always
class
mix it
is
up too.
different. Yeah, and that's the thing. And that's the thing I'm having fun with right now. I got my guy at level 80. I'm doing my first ult, the Gunblade, and you don't have to start over. Like if you want it, like in Destiny, give an example. If you're a warlock and you all of a sudden, you never played another class, and you want to try a new one, you got to start over. And that's the most dredging thing in the world, to start over. And this, you don't quite have to start over. You go back a little bit. Don't get me wrong, you go back like 10, maybe 20 levels, but it's super easy. They give you tons of way to get, XP quickly to get your character back up. And then you don't have to keep it. You can switch back and forth, and like I was telling you, Randy, I play a summoner, and the summoner just happens to have a scholar class, which is a healer as well. So I heal, or I can DPS, whichever one I feel like doing. So the game always feels new to me. So now I have a tank, so I can make sure I do all 3 roles,
Mm-hmm.
you know. and it's just again the rotation. Once you get the controller, for the controller, because it's not on a PC, and then a lot of people say the same thing. That a lot of people who use PC still use controller because just the way the buttons are, there's so many combinations you have to do your moves in and quickly that it's actually quicker to do a controller than it is to do a keyboard. So a lot of people have all these guides for controllers anyway. So once I got the controller hooked up to where I want, the game is just so fun to play.
It's actually kind of interesting because I can't play controller. Because I play it for like the PlayStation 4 also, because it's also on PC and P4, and it's crossplay. I have to use mouse and keyboard plugged into my fucking PlayStation to play fucking 14. But my brother, when he played before, he used controller, and I'm like, literally, how the fuck do you do it?
You have to
comes natural.
Every setting, it's like 8 buttons, right?
That you have 8 you have 8 buttons on each side, left and right trigger, right? And then you can double tap left to get 8 more, or double trigger right. But you have to turn those settings on. Those settings aren't automatically turned on. And it all depends on the class. Like my scholar needs all 16 because he has all the buffs and all the bullshit. But my summoner doesn't. He only needs the main 8 really, 1 or 2 just in case. But yeah.
We're gonna go and move on there. So it was Final Fantasy Online you've been playing lately, pretty much.
That's all I've been playing. I got my character. I went from 72 to 80 over the weekend.
That'll lead actually to the first thing we're going to talk about actually with Final Fantasy. So in recent episodes we had talked about how Hollywood and television and Netflix and stuff is kind of getting into this habit of bringing in gaming into like television now, or just in entertainment in general. So now we're hearing that Final Fantasy IX is getting an animated series, which according to Game Informer will be a kid-friendly show, but it doesn't say where it's going to air exactly. Everyone's saying that it's going to be on Netflix. The article that I read on Game Informer doesn't say that it's Netflix, but other articles saying that it's going to be on Netflix. It's developed by a French cyber group studios alongside Square Enix. So I do like the idea when these game developers are actually helping out with the production of these shows and movies and stuff, because at least they can still stick to the actual core material without ruining the freaking franchise like so many movies have done before. So we already talked about how TV and movie industry is pushing more for game entertainment. So I just wanted to, instead of, you guys can talk about your thoughts about what do you think about Final Fantasy IX being the show, but I'm also curious about what you guys would want to be made into a TV show or a movie. Do you want to start with Randy?
Okay. So for I'm really in the middle about this because I don't like 9.
Really?
The art style always bothered me. I didn't like Zidane as a protagonist.
I agree.
I wasn't interested in it at all. But if I'm gonna give it a shot, honestly, maybe this will kind of turn me over, especially if it's gonna be a kind of kid-friendly thing. So I don't know if I've mentioned enough, but I'm essentially Stockholming my nephew into liking like Square Enix stuff.
Yeah.
So he loves. Let me take a nice swig. He loves Kingdom Hearts, Square Enix. He actually likes Nier, so he'll ask me to play Nier for him. And I'm gonna get him into The World Ends With You as well, which is also Square Enix.
How does he tell
there's a pattern here.
Nier?
You gotta do the Final Fantasy. Oh man, the kid one with the big heads. What was it called?
Crystal Chronicles? No.
Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah, Crystal Chronicles.
Crystal Chronicles. That was the only other art style that had it like that aside from 9.
No, it wasn't Crystal. No, it wasn't Crystal Chronicles. It was the one for
the PS4.
Crystal Chronicle. Yeah, it's one of the PS4.
I know which one you're talking about.
Everything else had more regular
no, what
art style.
Yeah, that's in my
I don't know what
collection.
you're talking about.
You're gonna have to
Keep going. Keep going. I'm gonna show you.
Randy, how does your nephew ask you when he wants you to play Nier?
Okay, so before I use a red controller from a PlayStation, so whenever he would want me to play anything, he'd say red play, right? Or if he wanted me to play Kingdom Hearts, he would ask for Mickey or Riku.
Yeah.
Right? So he either said that he wants Mickey, wants Riku, or Red Play. Now he just flat out says play Near, or I'll ask him, I'm like, do you want Kingdom Hearts or do you want Near? And he'll sit there and he'll think about it for a couple
Think about it.
seconds, and he just goes, play Near. And I'm like, all right, okay, why
That's
not?
adorable.
It's
No, and also every single time that like the Square Enix tag comes up on screen, he gets really excited. He's like, Square Enix. I'm like, yes,
How
baby,
old
it's
how old
Square
is he?
Enix.
You're gonna
He's
turn him into a
2.5.
fanboy.
Nice.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
First off, with Kingdom Hearts, I definitely fucking stopped for all of quarantine. That's all I played. So he had no other choice but to watch me play that
Oh,
shit.
man.
I found the game.
Yeah.
World of
Final
Final Fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah, I found it too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No,
Noggins.
that one does look really cute, but the thing is that one
Yeah.
has more of a, how to put it, kind of like a Pokemon-esque kind of art style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's no, but it's very different.
Yeah.
It's really really pretty, but it's very different from the art style that they had for 9. Because in the cutscenes, it was just like tiny bodies, big head mode,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
I mean, no,
that
I
bothered.
hate it. I absolutely hate
Yeah.
the art style for 9. I hate it. I agree with you. Sedan was the worst fucking protagonist there is. Period.
Yeah.
You know, I like the knight way more than I fucking liked. I don't know what name.
Steiner.
Yeah, I love Steiner way more than I like fucking Sedan. Sedan was so fucking annoying. I hated it. Couldn't believe. And it's from jump, from like the first intro. I remember playing the game and it's something with the boat. I'm like, the main character? Okay, no.
So would you give the show a chance at all?
Yeah, no, I'll give it a
Oh
chance
yeah, of
only
course I
because.
would, because it's.
Oh, whoops, my
You
bad.
go first. You go. Sorry. Oh,
No, I
you
was gonna
go,
say
yeah.
again, the whole kid-friendly thing. It seems like totally fine. I'll show
Yeah.
my nephew if he enjoys it. I'll probably end up getting Stockholm into that as well myself. So, if anything, I feel like I'll enjoy the show, but I still wouldn't play the game. Or maybe if the show is good enough, I'll give the game a try and then see how I feel about it from there.
I wonder if this is also an excuse for Square Enix to kind of test the waters as to whether the fan base wants a Final Fantasy IX remake, just like they've been doing like remasters for 8 and what was the other one? 12? 12? 11. Which one was the other one? Jesus Christ. After whatever one was after, I'm pretty so 10, I remember 10, and then 11 was the online one. Was that one online?
Yeah.
11 was online.
So
online.
12. So I'm talking
People
about
still
12.
play 11 to this day. Did you know that?
Why?
And they still have
It's so broken.
they still make events.
No, because the thing is that actually no, 11's broken in the sense that like we kind of don't want to play it, but for
Yeah.
what it was really fucking well done.
And it
Because it's
was the
supposed to
first
be a
one.
lot more like mechanically fucked up in the sense that you have to think a lot more.
Yeah.
But I get it because some people like that like really difficult shit. Fucking, I would, but I don't have time for a fucking MMO.
It looks really bad.
Oh, that looks terrible. It's fucking terrible. Without a goddamn doubt.
I want to hear Kevin. What do you think of the Final Fantasy news at all?
Okay.
Is 9 the right one? Like, would you watch it, or should it be just something else?
I would honestly watch an 8, but the thing with I agree with everybody. I would watch an 8, but 9 is so fucking weird to me because of the noggins. Like their heads are ginormous, so that alone it creeps me out, and I'm like, I'll give it a try. But I'm always down to watch a show that's getting a game adaptation of a show adaptation from a game, except for Monster Hunter. I'm never watching the live action ever again. That's how as soon as we started talking about like games getting turned into movies or shows, I thought of Monster Hunter. But
I mean, as long as they don't try to do this shit live action,
So
I'm totally fine.
the problem with that though, you got to be to be honest, is that a lot of those movies that have failed is because the game developers or the creators never had a hand on the movie or the TV show. It seems like now they're trying to get into it more and more and more, especially Sony. Sony's trying to push it more so than anybody else, and that way they can like keep it true to what the franchises are. Monster Hunter didn't do that because what's his name is never stuck with the source material in any of the Resident Evil movies. So the same thing goes with Monster Hunter as well. It's just he kind of just fucking let's just throw these monsters that everybody knows, but let me just butcher the story. And the same thing with Resident Evil. Let me throw in Jill and Chris and all these characters that you know, but let me completely butcher the story.
Can I tell you what in fighting games term that is? Throwing buttons out and see what happens. That's basically.
Oh shit!
The Eddie Gordo effect.
Counter.
If you hear 10 counters in a match, somebody's mashing buttons.
Counter, cross counter.
So like I'm interested to see whoever distributes the show, Netflix, Hulu, Pornhub, wherever this
I'm sure it's already on Pornhub.
It's already on Pornhub. Listen, I've been there and I've seen episodes of anime that I've never
watched.
Oh
yeah, no, definitely. That's actually really true.
Hold on. We're not going that deep into that.
Okay, we're not going there. No, we're going to
I'm not going that deep.
I hope that it
all right, Fleshlight.
I hope it gets more people into playing the game, and then I just hope it gets more people into playing the game. Like I'll try it after I watch the show, but the thing is, if it was like Persona, because Persona 4, I never watched the show. The show came out, and then I've already played the game and beaten it.
Had a
but
show?
I've never, and it was golded, so it was the newer version. With this one, I've never watched it. I've never played the game, so me watching the show, I feel like it will spoil it for me, unless it gives you like incentive to play the game. You know what I mean? Like to actually actively look for it. But if, the big heads is gonna do it for me. If they got those noggins, I'm not gonna watch the show.
See, the thing is, it's like before Danny ends up like giving his opinion. The Final Fantasy VIII, yes, I would like an animated series on that, but the whole kid-friendly thing. Okay, it being a French animated studio, the first thing that came to mind was Code Lyoko.
Kick Patowski. Wait, no, that's something else.
Oh, what the fuck?
Fuck. Never mind. Continue.
Have you seen Code Lyoko, Kevin?
Of course, that was my favorite show.
All right. Oh, pardon me, burped. How about you, Danny?
I've seen it before.
Me, no.
I'm not. I didn't get into it because I was already old enough to kind of stop watching those type of cartoons, but I know of it.
Oh, sir, it is really fucking good. You have to watch it.
It's on Hulu.
It is heart wrenching.
Like
Yeah, fuck off. Yes, I was in elementary school when it came out, and I loved it.
Exactly.
That's why.
No, dude. Even now, I still love it. Like at a full 24, I love this show.
Of course, we all love it. From our
Just like I'll
childhood.
still watch. I'll still watch Beast Wars and the original Spider-Man like
Exactly.
series because that was our
I've
childhood
watched
stuff.
the original Spider-Man with my son because he loves Spider-Man.
But yeah, no. So 9 is like the perfect fit to have like a really, again, a kid-friendly kind of thing because the art style is already appealing to children. But we'll see how that runs out. Anyways,
you can't make 7 kid friendly.
No.
because 7, what they had for animated for 7 was actually pretty intense.
So,
but anyways,
I want to hear from Danny about it.
Well, it's the same thing where I feel that if you take a look at all the Final Fantasy content that they have, it's probably not the only one, but it's most likely to be a more kid-friendly version without having to make it a World of Final Fantasy type of thing. They have the Crystal Chronicles and like that, but when you look down at that, it's too complex in storyline of what's going on. You know, for Final Fantasy 9 is very basic. You know, you have a bad guy, you have a girl, you have just saving the day, whatever.
Good point.
But they look friendly. You know, they look friendly. They look nice. So, you know, it's like a scam off. You can dumb it down a little bit so that, you know, to make it that nice Saturday morning cartoon type feel, like that Ben 10 type of feel. You know, like it's cartoon, but it's not quite cartoon. You know, any other people can enjoy it. You know, and you can't do that with any other one because you need Final Fantasy 7 to be dark. You need Final Fantasy 3 and 4 are medieval times. We're just gonna throw people off because, you know, they're not ready for a Game of Thrones fucking anime.
Yeah.
I mean, cartoon.
No.
So that's too complex.
Even
know?
8, even 8 too. Like I think the adults, you know, us being adults, 8 is appealing for us, but that's not for kids at all.
I mean, that guy's Squall super fucking emo. You know, like it's super dark, and then with the witch and everything, like that gets really messed up with all the going into the. You know, it's not a kid. There's no way you can make that kid friendly without ruining it. And you can see them doing the Final Fantasy remake treatment to that one day. You know, and people are liking it because people like Part 8. They like Part 8 as much as they like Part 7. You know, I personally don't because I feel the mechanics is they tried way too many new things, but you know, the gameplay has been copied God knows how many times. You know, a lot of famous things came out of that. Came out of that.
I for one, like I'm okay with the Final Fantasy 9. Like you do have a good point about that. Like it is more for kids. It's more palatable for kids and stuff like that. More easier to understand. It's a good way to get the younger folks into the franchise. So hopefully, like the older games later on down the road. For me, like I don't know how interested I am in 9 either because I wasn't a big fan of 9 also, even though I played it and beat it. It is very basic. Wasn't that connected to any of the characters at all. Like if anything, I just like Vivi at the most.
Oh, I love Vivi.
Yeah, I love Vivi. You're right.
I like
he
Vivi.
was the main character to me. Vivi was the main character to me.
Yeah, like he stole the game. Like he had a very
really
interesting
did.
side story.
And he was supposed to be like part main character anyway, and that's why you play as him a lot.
Yeah.
But they did the whole love interest with Zidane. What the fuck was that girl's name? God name. But you didn't.
No. Keep going. I'll find out.
But it's like you don't care at all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I one game that comes to mind that I would have liked the show for, and from what I'm understanding is that they're trying to still do it, is the guy who made the Castlevania series for Netflix. He is working on Devil May Cry show.
Whoa.
And what I like about that is because like television, what I want more so from television is action. I don't really want too much story, especially when it comes to certain video games. So like I want good action, and Devil May Cry would be it for sure. Like if it came to a movie, I would like more so of a story, so you could better invest your time in the characters and stuff like that. So like again, something that they're already working on is Metal Gear. You know, God knows how long that shit's gonna take, but they're still working on Metal Gear, and I think that would be an awesome movie that they could make into a franchise. They can make multiple movies and stuff because the story is so good. So I honestly can't think of anything that they hadn't announced already that they want to make. Is there anything that you guys want that like hasn't been announced yet? Maybe like a Metroid or something? I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Not that you mentioned Metroid. I didn't know that it was on pre-order already on the store. So
what was Dread?
Dread.
Bullshit.
Pre-order?
Yeah.
Okay.
It comes out.
It said something in pre-order now.
October.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Anything about the shows or movies?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question before we jumped off. So for Devil May Cry, which one would you hope? Like what like for what story would it be like?
I mean, the more characters, the better. I would probably say 4 or 5 because it would be nice to have Nero or any of the other characters as well. You know, some backstory with Virgil.
You have to start from the beginning and then keep going. You know,
but that would make more sense is to just start from the beginning. From what the director or the writer or creator, I forget who he is exactly, but the guy who's who's working on the Castlevania series has already said that he wants it to be connected to Castlevania in the sense that there's like an alternate dimension, and he wants a crossover to actually happen, which just sounds really cool too.
That would be fucking cool if he can pull that off. For me, let me see if there's a show or series that I would like to get. Well, a game franchise turned into a show and or movie, right? Mm-hmm. Let me see. I can't really think of it. Everything that I would want already has a show.
Legend of Zelda. I think we talked about that before.
We definitely did.
We definitely did. Put that on the list.
Yeah.
We talked about.
And I still refuse. And I still refuse to link to talk at all. Link should not talk.
How are we gonna make the show happen?
I don't know. I'm not getting paid for it, so.
It's only
it's just Navi. It's just Navi talking in your ear all day. Hey,
yeah,
listen.
exactly. She talks for him all day. That's it. Just like Destiny.
Yeah.
And he stands there and nods.
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
That's a hard question because well, personally for me, every show that I want already got a series. Tales of Symphonia,
Yeah.
Persona.
Now,
Uh,
Nintendo had planned on, we talked about this as well. Nintendo had planned on a Legend of Zelda series for Netflix, and they had also talked about having a Super Mario animated series, which now they're still working on an animated movie. So that's another thing that's somewhere down the road is a Mario
there,
movie.
there's also a Crash Bandicoot movie that's in the works as well.
That's cool.
What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's coming.
yeah,
It's and it's gonna be like they're gonna do it like Sonic.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's
sadly.
that's why when I asked it, when you asked the question, I was like, everything that everybody wants is already like that I want is already out. Like
Yeah.
I would just love a new season of Castlevania. Honestly, I need more of that show. But
Actually, so the series has ended, but the director of that show has already said Castlevania is not done. He's gonna work on a new Castlevania series for Netflix that takes place in like the 1700s or some shit like that, in a different time, basically. So it's gonna be a prequel. So you gotta get more
okay.
Castlevania.
Yes. Okay. So then I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied.
Yeah. So yeah, so we'll just leave it at
I
that
want
then.
Twisted Metal.
Wow.
In my opinion,
I like that.
That would be pretty cool.
Just the
That
metal.
would be.
I think Twisted Metal can just. There's so much story that they can get into that they haven't, and maybe give it a little more than what it is.
Uh-huh.
Because the main premise is it's like Mortal Kombat. So you have to add exactly like Mortal Kombat. It's a tournament, and you win something at the end.
Yeah.
You get the wish so fucked up. So you can even make it like episodic, where every episode there's a different main character who wins.
Mm-hmm.
In every season, and then it ends all fucked up, and then eventually connect them. That'd be awesome.
You know what I
you
can
know.
see is that it'll be like let's say it's a 10 episode series. You do 10 episodes of a story that focuses on everybody, and then you do like another, depending on how many characters you put into the show, you put another like 8 episodes on there, and that in each one of those are the different endings depending on who you want to win. Like for example, Axel have just one episode, Sweet Tooth had another episode.
You know what that would remind me of? It was an anime that I've watched recently. Well, a long time ago. It's called Higurashi When They Cry, and every 4 episodes,
Oh no.
it's its own like arc. But the show, it kind of just like 4 things happen. Whatever happens in those 4 episodes changes. So it would be cool like that. They could have each episode be character base, and then they win, and then you see, and then like the last episode, it shows like what happens like at the end of all of that. But it's a cool idea. I like it. Twisted Metal is.
I mean, the biggest premise biggest thing I want for Twisted Metal, regardless of what they do, is just bringing more depth to the characters, because they have lots of potential there. All the characters, there's so many iconic people. Just not just Sweet Tooth, but so much things they can do.
Yeah,
and
they were all
detail
fairly complex.
would be awesome.
They were all complex. They all had their own motivations on why they wanted to win, which was very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So, So those are our ideas, and that was the news for Final Fantasy. We're just gonna go for one more article. This is gonna be the longest article, so bear with me as I read the notes for all this stuff, because I really wanted to talk about this. So there have been conspiracy theories about a new game being developed by a Dutch developer, Blue Box Game Studios. Right now, it's called Abandoned, exclusively for the PS5. They have a teaser out which shows like this amazing photorealistic graphics of like some guy who's lost in the woods. But they also been teasing the game. They also been teasing about what the game might be called or what the game really is. They kind of shot themselves in the foot, making people think that it's the next Silent Hill game, or it's Silent Hills, which was by Kojima. And so some things are, the rumors are that Kojima has been alongside them with the project. Both have since denied the rumors, but the conspiracies is still not led up to this day. And other news, side news, by the way, Death Stranding, the director's cut is a real thing, apparently. They pretty much just said that they're adding a couple additional mechanics such as stealth.
More walking.
That's pretty much it. Which
Slow,
is
slower walking.
slower walking towards enemies, stealth kill.
Yeah.
So that was aside from it, because I remember the last episode we talked about, or I talked about anyways,
Oh,
how I
God.
believe that this director's cut thing is a misdirection for what he's really doing. I was wrong. That's not the case. It is real and it's dumb. So back to the conspiracy stuff. It has been known that Konami has outsourced Silent Hill to another developer. We just don't know who. PT is spray painted on a rock somewhere in the teaser for Abandoned. Kojima has tweeted a pic of him holding a blue box. Blue Box has deleted a tweet that had recently said, "Guess the name, Abandoned. First letter starts with S, last letter starts with L. Reveal closing soon." Sorry, closing in. And then, of course, you could give an example. Remember, Kojima faked a game development company, which is Moby Dick Studios, when announcing his first game outside of Metal Gear, which was called The Phantom Pain, which turned out to be Metal Gear Solid 5. So he loves to do these lies and misdirections and stuff like that. So there are a lot of other hints. And if anyone is interested, I left a 30-minute video by a guy on YouTube called Yong Ya. He talks a lot more about crazy connections about how this might be the Silent Hill game and how Kojima is connected to it. A lot of it could be, yes, complete coincidence and a lot of reaching out there, but there's a lot of coincidences. So it goes down such a huge rabbit hole of conspiracies that it actually has me convinced as well. The problem I see is that if this does turn out to be a legit developer, whatever game they have releasing will highly disappoint gamers and probably set up the game for failure because they're expecting it to be Silent Hills. So I'm actually kind of worried for these guys who are trying to make a legit game that looks really good. You know, so the what they're talking about is that they're going to finally release the game and the name of the game and what the game is all about on June 25th, which is tomorrow. So hopefully it is just a regular game and it does very well for itself and it doesn't get ruined because of this reputation of being this conspiracy of Silent Hills. So I just want to know what you guys think about all this information. Can we start with Kevin?
Okay, cool. I was rewatching the video to see if I could see the PT, and I'm at like 58 seconds.
You're gonna watch half an hour video?
No. So I'm gonna take a shot for this. I'm not gonna name a fighting game, but I'm gonna name a term.
Fighters.
No. So there is a thing called a triple cross up. and and basically what it is so you see how you said it could be a misdirection of the director's cut. I don't think that the director's cut is a misdirection. I think it's a Trojan horse. I think the director's cut is the Trojan horse, and then whatever else, this could be Silent Hills, and we don't know it. We're expecting so much out of it, and then it might not be, but then he might have Silent Hill working already. You know what I mean? Like this could be the dummy inside the.
You mean Abandoned or?
Yeah, sorry, Abandoned. Okay. Yeah. So Abandoned can be the dummy inside of the Trojan horse. It's gonna be multi-layered. So the dummy, the bait.
It sounds like Kojima, regardless. But go on.
And then he can have the guy pushing it in as Silent Hill, and we don't even know it.
Yeah,
that's a triple mix.
There was this crazy. I think the funniest conspiracy, or sorry, the funniest connection that I saw that was on this video by Yang on YouTube is Hideo Kojima. I think it was Hideo. Hideo translated in Japanese is called Hero, and then if you translate it to a different language, and I can't remember what the language is, if you translate the lead designer or director or CEO, I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy part of Blue Box development, his last name translates to a different language, Hero as well. So people are also thinking that this guy isn't even real and that is really just Kojima under a different name. But just this week, the guy showed up and did an actual recording saying, "Hey, my name is this. I'm a real person. Whatever it is that you're thinking isn't true. I'm a real person working on this game right now, and everyone is just like, yeah, sure you are, buddy. Sure
Hey,
you're
my
real.
name is Danny Martinez, and I'm the owner of the Drunken Guardian podcast. It's me. Whatever you think that's on the camera, that's not it.
What they want us to do is they want us to throw a button out and see what happens, and we're just like, nah, I'm blocking, bro. That's not a real mix. What are you doing? I'm not believing that. That's what I'm not believing it. I'm not biting.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe it. I don't believe the mix.
Yeah. Randy, what about you? Oh, Danny, go ahead. Go ahead.
I believe that Blue Box is using this as a strategy to get this stuff hyped up, to get this game hyped. I mean, I believe it's all Blue Box. It's
But do you not think though that they're going to ruin their reputation trying to take advantage of a franchise that's not theirs, and then disappoint everybody when it's not what they were expecting?
if they have a game that's like the next Fatal Frame, for instance, you know, like on that par where it's going to be this next scary, interesting, great looking game, and they have confidence in the game.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to matter. I think this might just help bring notoriety to this game because people are going to, regardless of what comes out, they're going to put more eyes on it than they would because they're not as big of a developer as, you know, Konami or whatever. So this is just their way of bringing notoriety to it. And you never know, you know, if something comes out, they might end up working with Kojima because of all this later on,
That's a good
especially if
point.
the game does well.
Yeah.
I got a question.
You know, should be them playing.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you. So my question is, because this is like a throwback from like when we were talking about it. Do you think the game is going to be as popular because Kojima's name is attached to it?
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you see?
Of course.
It took me a second to register what was being asked, but oh my god,
Are you
he hit you with the no you.
are
Just Uno
you
reverse on
asking
your ass.
for another fight?
I was like this. I was digging in the bag like I was waiting for this one, but
You literally
Okay.
activated Kevin Stratford right there.
I want
You know-
to
you know
hear
what's
Danny.
awesome?
I want to hear Danny.
Okay. This would be awesome. They put out this thing. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is Kojima's next game. Kojima's next game." You know, game's about to come out. They go, "You know what? It's not really Kojima's next game." And all the pre-orders get canceled, and it would just like prove my fucking point.
Yeah.
But I think it's on the same line where they're using Kojima's. Let's say this is not Kojima, right?
Yeah.
Let's say this is 100% Blue Box. Blue Box, what's happening right now is 100% proving my point because people are looking at this game way more because they have Kojima's name attached to it. The game hasn't even fucking come out, and they're looking at it way more only because of Kojima's name on it. And if it was Kojima, people would buy it like crazy.
Yeah.
Versus if they just did regular promotion and didn't do anything, be the same game, do the same thing, and people would look at it differently. If they had Kojima's name on it, if Kojima stood his name on it, even if he had nothing to do with it, and then later on it came out like the same way like Tim Burton did with fucking Nightmare Before Christmas, and I really had nothing to do with this, people will still say, "Hey, look, Nightmare Before Christmas was a Tim Burton movie." It's really
Kojima.
not.
Randy, I haven't heard from you yet about it.
I don't really care too much about this, to be honest. So you could keep going, Danny. go on your tangent. I'm
why
donating
not?
my time to you.
Well, why
'Cause the
not
thing is,
though?
it's like, okay, so PT was exciting when it got canceled and they come out with the Silent Hill pachinko machine. I was so upset. I refused to care for anything that Konami and Kojima had to do with.
We're not talking
anything.
about Konami. We're just talking about
no,
a
no.
conspiracy,
I-
though.
No, I know, but also at the same time, I don't want to think anything because I don't want to get my hopes up for whatever.
Oh,
It's
okay to get
just
your
like-
hopes up as long as you're just cautiously optimistic. Because the thing is that as convinced as I am that this is a conspiracy and that this is all Kojima's doing, I'm still okay with it being a cool indie game, and I'm still gonna play it regardless.
So in that aspect, yes. So what I mean to fully elaborate it, I don't care about the Kojima hype. I don't care about this is new Silent Hill, it's new PT. What the trailer was, it looked really interesting. I did like the voice acting because something about it gave it that old kind of like Capcom charm, where it was like cheesy but intense, but at the same time very attention grabbing. Will I play it? Yes, whether it's Kojima or not. But all this like, oh, it's Kojima. I'm gonna no. I'm fine.
It's one thing. It's one thing to have fun with the conspiracy and talk about it and stuff. It's just another thing to get too deep into it and take it so seriously. I don't
No,
believe they should
because
take
people
any
are
of
like
that stuff.
so deep into this
Yes,
shit, and I'm like,
and I understand.
down.
And this is
Enjoy it for
why.
what it is.
This is also why I wanted to talk about it because of I understand how toxic some gaming communities can be. And the fact that, like, again, like I mentioned before, is I worry that a indie developer who's trying to make a legit good game is going to ruin themselves because, or not themselves, but they're going to get ruined because of the community and their expectations. And that was another thing that I want to get out there is because of the fact that, like, we should not, this is fun. This is fun to talk about, but it should not be taken seriously. This is something that is just out there crazy. And if it happens to be true, cool on Kojima for making this elaborate, crazy fucking like conspiracy. And if it doesn't, then just play the fucking game anyways, if you're interested in it or not. That's it.
That I'm interested. I'm interested. It's just that this whole thing is just about his like the Kojima conspiracy. Bleh.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
That's the only focus that I don't like about it. But otherwise, no. Abandoned looks really fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty unnerving, and that's all that they're showing. So I'll hope to see more from it.
Yeah.
Hopefully more.
But
There's a lot of stuff coming out tomorrow. Hopefully.
Not abandoned as a Kojima project or abandoned as PT.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen some of the new Forsaken footage?
The new what?
Forsaken.
Forsaken footage.
Forsaken?
Yeah, that's the Square Enix PS5 game.
Oh,
the girl.
Oh, yes, yeah. The technology on that shit looks amazing.
They showed some of the technology on it, and then
Yeah.
they talked about how it's going to be like the next big thing to open world games.
Yeah.
You know,
the power of the
Don't
PlayStation,
even-
man, or the new
Yeah.
consoles in general. Like, oh man, that looks amazing.
The only problem that I have with everything they're showing, it's great to have this great, huge open world. But if there's nothing in the fucking world, then why have it? And everything they're showing, it's just tons of open space for no reason. You know, it's one thing to have tons of open space, and then nothing to go into a city, and then go from a city to a fucking desert, and then to something like that. That'd be fun.
Make that shit like. Make it like Red Dead. You just get attacked by a cougar out of nowhere while you're.
Yeah, honestly. That's how it needs to be. But still, the game looks fun. I mean, I love this type of games, and the way it looks is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Bringing different aesthetics to your basic blocking, like even the shield. When they block with the shield instead of just looking like a little shimmering thing, you see all this like Doctor Strange type hieroglyphic things. It's good. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it looks good. Anybody who hasn't heard about it, but look it up on like IGN, Game Informer, or just YouTube in general.
They're basically showing off
it's a tech demo.
Getting full. They're trying to get full performance out of the PlayStation to get, the same performance plus the for frame rate and all that bullshit. So.
So all right, so that's it for that then. That was pretty much our main topic was the conspiracy with Kojima and stuff. I think the whole consensus is just that it's cool, it's a fun conspiracy, but I think you should just be interested in the game regardless of what it is, and don't get your hopes up because it's still a video game and it's still something that should warrant a try. We're gonna go to a video. So, I mean, this is one of the perks of trying to join us online live is so you can kind of watch the video with us. So if anyone is watching the audio version, we do play the videos online if you want to join us and we could talk about it. If you're just listening to the audio, all you're going to hear is audio for this video. So just watch us. So Danny sent us this clip of a game that is actually really looks a lot of fun and interesting. It's called Dodgeball Academia. And I'm gonna hop on that right now, which looks like a lot of fun. It's a freaking RPG for dodgeball, which is pretty cool.
Finally, I've made it. My time is now. I will become the best player the school has ever seen. Dodgeball Academia, here I come!
Oh, wonderful. No date yet, which is kind of upsetting.
Yeah.
I
But
want it now.
yeah,
me
that I think out of all the videos that I've been playing so far, like indie shit, like this is actually the most fun. I would really like to try this shit. So, Danny, what were your thoughts on this when you sent it to me?
I loved it. I mean, this reminded me of this is what I want in this is what I want in an indie game. I complain a lot, obviously, about indies, and it's not that I don't like indie games. I love indie games, but I like indie games like this that are unique. Unique story, unique premise, unique idea. Everything about this is unique. They took Dodgeball and made it fucking look cool.
Yeah.
Like the
Wait,
Dodgeball,
dodgeball was
yeah, fuck that. Dodgeball and cool aren't go hand in hand, first off. So,
That is true.
you know, like, I mean, they made a whole movie of satire because it was so plain. You know what I mean? Like, and so the fact that they made it look cool with the power, it's kind of like the anime version of that soccer anime thing that they have.
Captain Tsubasa.
You sure? But it reminded me of that. I don't know the name, so you could have said anything. I would have said yeah. But it reminded me of that. It's just cool, weird, and then it like the gameplay mechanic as well. It looks interesting, like the way they block, the way they attack. It's simple but so complex looking, and it looks fun. Everything about that looks fun.
Yeah.
So I
Randy?
saw that I had to send that. I'm like, oh, look at this.
Randy, what do you think?
Dude, it looks so fucking cute. The art
You-
style
you
is
like
so
that word.
amazing. No, because the thing is, it's like I like shit that's adorable,
Yeah.
but aside from like it looks a lot of fun, like a lot of fun. The favorite part for that whole trailer was when they were like smacking the ball back and forth when they had the little kind of like swatting contest or whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
It looks silly. It looks really over the top. I'm sure the writing's gonna be good as well, even though it's probably not the main focus. But it looks lighthearted, and I hope it has multiplayer. I really hope it has multiplayer.
I doubt it. It's
Yeah,
probably a
I
single-
doubt it if it's an RPG-ish type of game, but it would be nice though.
Nah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks like an RPG. You can't really do multiplayer with like turn-based RPG like that.
It doesn't seem
Yeah.
like it's turn-based though, but I mean, we'll
It
see.
looks kind of turn. It looks like a take on turn-based.
That is true.
Fucking
You can
Danny.
dodge the ball.
What?
Oh,
You're not looking at
in
the chat.
Right? Yeah.
No,
You
I
can
didn't.
dodge a wrench. You know, you can dodge a ball.
You can dodge a car. You can
What
dodge a ball.
that would be kind of funny actually if they have like a boss character or something that starts throwing wrenches at you.
That would be.
Like in Morgan Freeman in South Park.
Kevin, what do you think of the trailer?
I mean, I was already convinced when I saw it the first time. The second
Yeah.
time was just for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with Randy with the when they were just like slapping the ball in front of each other. I was like, oh my god, that's fucking adorable. I love that. And then at the end when he hit him with the Shin Hadouken, I was like, oh, give me the game already. But I love that it looks like I hope that it's like a action RPG or like I hope that it's a RPG just in
Mhm.
general. I love the
Well,
way
I
it
saw
looks.
some stats on the menu aside from like equipping stuff on your character. So yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
or if anything light RPG.
RPG. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the team system. It's like they have different abilities. I was like, that's amazing. I was
Yeah.
like, we need more games like this. But 10 out of 10 already recommend. I'm looking at it again.
Yeah, I get this
Bars right
too.
now. Fuck.
I get this too. I love the art style for it, and it looks so simple. What I was gonna say, I like the aspect, and that's what actually appealed to me more. Because I think if it was only just a dodgeball game, I think I would have just been like, meh, it's okay. But the fact that it has dialogue and it has a story, and you can actually traverse through like the town or the campus, whatever that school setting is, and you can like talk to people. I'm assuming you can buy items and equipment and whatever like that. That looks like fun. It has a Paper Mario type vibe to it when it comes to like the battle system. So that's appealing. I love it. It was good.
The art style for me kind of reminded me of Indivisibles.
Yeah.
The way that the character looks, and I was like, man, it looks like almost like it's a 2D character on a 3D platform, and I was like, I love those games, especially like if it's 8-bit and in a 3D world, I fucking love it. But 2D is like, oh my god, it makes me gasm. But can't wait for it to come out. I only saw that it was on PlayStation, so I got scared. I was like, is this only going to be PlayStation, or is it going to be everywhere? Or is it going to be like the PlayStation Kakarot that everybody thought it was just for? Oh, sorry, for Xbox.
Or
they only thought it was
temporary
or
exclusive too.
There is one thing I'm like mildly concerned about. I will admit.
Mm.
I'm hoping that there's not going to be like a trend in terms of dodgeball games because there's also Knockout City.
Yes, I was thinking about that. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
it's
'cause
a third person shooter ish, but a dodgeball game.
Yeah,
Funny.
so I'm hoping that that's not going to be like the whole fucking trend. That's what all the games are going to be. Because
I mean,
for a bit with like Fall Guys and Among Us, it was just bean people. That's it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. Either way, it's still cute. I will play the shit out of that.
Did you ever play
I think it's
Among
gonna.
Us?
No, God no.
Yeah, I have. I mean, it's
Among
a free.
Us is really-
It's a free
it's
game.
free.
You should try to play it.
Among Us.
It's not that
it's way
bad.
too
Dude, just
fun.
because something's free doesn't mean that like you should go for it.
No,
Among Us.
no, you
Fucking
shouldn't, but-
free candy.
but-
Would you go for free candy in White Van?
No,
Yes.
but if
Yeah.
but if you
Dumb
have
fuck.
if
Take
you
every
have
candy.
millions of people
no
saying
flavor.
that this game is good, you should at least try it to see what it's about. It doesn't mean that it's for you, but like look at Fortnite. Fortnite
But-
was the same
okay.
thing. Like I hate Fortnite,
I
but
understand that.
but I still gave it a chance because
Oh.
millions of people play it.
All right, you could say millions of people are saying that it's a good game. Millions of people say that they're fun. But what if half of that million are just fucking snot-nosed brats that I don't want to fucking converse with?
those
That's
are
just me
still-
personally.
Those are still
Yes.
numbers. Those are still numbers that are talking.
No, of course. Those are definitely still numbers.
Yeah.
Those are numbers talking really well if you're the company. But as a player myself, I don't think I would want to hear this little fucking 8-year-old screaming at me over the fucking mic.
No, and I
Well,
would
no,
expect
Mike,
I would expect you to have your own voice voice and opinion about the game, but because there's such a loud such a loud crowd for
Definitely
the
a loud
game,
crowd.
yeah, such a loud crowd for the game, you could at least try it just to see what it's about. Like I honestly even did the same thing with League of Legends. League of Legends is still a big thing, and I know you play it. I can't stand
I
that
do
game,
play
but I still
Neither
tried it
That's
though.
the funny thing. I fucking hate League of Legends so much. My God, I play it every fucking night, and I detest it.
So,
But-
but that's
Oh
that's my
my God.
point. That's my
Yeah,
point.
but
There's
also,
no reason why you
the
should
thing
at
with
least
this,
try
though,
it.
No, but at least it's like no, because here's the thing. I'm already in one abusive relationship with this game. I don't need like 3 other fucking games beating up on me. You know what I mean?
Okay, hold on. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Among Us is a great game, but what ruins Among Us is two things. A, people tend to cheat a lot in it,
Yes.
which game that's based. It's just why, Anyway, and two, it is filled with like preteens, so that just make it a little kind of annoying. But I played it. I played it not when it first came out, but when around the hype, when everybody got hyped about it, I said, well, let me try it. It is really fun, and if you could take away the preteens and have like just ignore them and play the game, it is actually a psychological thriller
Aspect to it.
because you're trying to trick people into doing something, saying something, whether you are or not, and you get your heart beats, your heart, you get a little emotional. You're like, holy shit, I'm doing it. And you get nervous. You really do get nervous. And the best way to play that game is with friends.
Yeah.
It's
I've been
great
trying to
play
get
with
you guys to
friends.
play that shit.
There's two games.
Honestly, yeah.
Two-
If you and you probably need more than just the four of us. You probably if you just had maybe 6, 7 of us.
I don't
8,
have that
whatever.
many friends.
Oh,
Me
you
neither.
fucking
But
say,
I'm
all
just
I
saying,
have
but
is a
even- but
fist
even-
and 2 outside. So
Yeah, me too. But even just the four of us together would have more fun in a group setting like this, because especially because it's just one of us is actually it, and if we're next to each other, let's say, you would fucking. I did it with my nieces and nephews because I have a lot of nieces and nephews because my brother is half Mexican. So no offense. Oh shit! Sorry.
who's getting offended?
I don't know how I gets
I
offended.
think he's just saying it in general. I was like, I feel you. I feel you.
I'm so
Is it
sorry you're
Randy
Mexican. I'm
Mexican?
so sorry you're Mexican, Randy. I'm so sorry.
Randy, I'm sorry you're Mexican, bud. I'm sorry. to hear
I
that.
didn't ask to be born as a Mexican.
Oh jeez.
But I did. We sat in the room, we
let's
were
wrap up
playing
with
it,
that.
and my
You ain't
kids are-
shit, by the way.
They're,
Okay.
they're young, and they had a lot of fun, and we had a lot of fun playing it because when I killed, when I go and I kill them all, you just stay quiet, and they're like, "Wait, it's you!" And again, it's just a game that if you play with friends, is really fun. But again, like Randy said, what ruined it was the preteens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the reason I
absolutely.
stopped playing it.
Absolutely.
But the mini games are fun to do. They're
So-
unique. you
So
know?
last thoughts going to Kevin before we move on because we're gonna finish up. soon.
Okay, I was gonna end it real quick. So there's two games that ruin friendships. It's Among Us and Monopoly. And
Monopoly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Monopoly! Monopoly is fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, I think they have an online one on Steam. y'all want to play?
y'all want to
Yeah.
play Uno?
Yeah.
I don't mind Uno. as
Uno,
well.
Uno, yo,
But-
people die in Uno. Okay, people get stabbed in Uno.
No. Yeah, actually, no.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
die, Yeah.
Yeah.
I have fallen victim to just
I'm
getting
sending-
absolutely smoked in Uno.
Yeah,
Within the
sending it-
hour, I think I lost a solid 12 times in a row.
yeah. That's why you're an angry motherfucker. That's why.
No, see, the thing is that with Uno, I end up kind of playing into shit unintentionally, but with Monopoly, I'll bait you all into it.
That is true.
I guess you could say that I'm a master baiter, if you will.
Wow. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Moving on. That is Randy's dirty joke of the day. So
No, I
we're-
still have more.
yeah, I bet you do.
I am never
So-
done.
So we're gonna
Even when
we're
I
gonna-
finish, I don't finish.
We're gonna
Shut up!
we're gonna move on now to the final segment, and that is the battle royale that we've been doing every week. So every week we've been putting together two video game characters, debating on who would win a fight between both of them, and we're gonna run down the brackets and just eventually pit winner against winner until in the end there is just one winner. Who knows when this is gonna end? So all depends on how soon we can finish this up. So the first battle for tonight, we have Samus versus Mega Man. Who would win that fight?
Samus will destroy Mega Man.
Okay.
People fighting.
Can we?
Man. Go ahead.
Samus has way more actual weapons that can actually do damage versus the fucking Leaf or what was the bullshit that fucking Mega Man tried to pull out his little pew pew gun. His fucking
That Leaf will cut through anything.
But who would have more battle?
Yeah, no,
experience?
because Leaf
My
Shield
question.
protects and damages.
Say it again, Randy.
No, I said Leaf Shield. That one protects and damages.
Yes, good point.
See, because if you're talking about Armor Armadillo's fucking move for Mega Man X, then that one just protects, but it doesn't damage.
I mean, I'm gonna put in my 2 cents here now. I would say Mega Man wins solely because he has and can take so many different powers. The thing is with Samus is that yes, she's very capable of handling pretty much anything and everything thrown at her, but she has the same move sets pretty much in every single game.
Yeah, but when Samus is fully Because what happens in every single game is in the beginning of the game, she loses all her
And then she
abilities and
and then
powers
she
and stuff,
collects
whatever,
it back,
and
but
she
it's always the
collects it
same
all
things.
back. Yes, so if she has, we're talking about them at their prime, because Mega Man has the same thing. Like, we don't have all the stuff in the beginning, he collects it, so they're on par with when it comes to that. But the utilities and the things that that Samus has, it's way more than what
You
Mega
mean to-
Man can
You
can
mean to
bring
tell
to
me
it.
after, like, all right, I'm throwing a number here because I'm not gonna think of it at the top of my head, but the 10 games that Samus has been in versus the 50 games that Mega Man has been in, he definitely has a lot more powers based off how many different bosses he has fought compared to Samus. Like, so all those different powers that he has taken from all those characters, like,
But he can only he
pales
can
in
do one at a
comparison.
time. But he can do one at a time.
Sure, he can switch
Versus
one at a
Samus.
time. So can I mean, same thing with Samus if we were
I
talking
mean,
about gameplay.
Samus can pull out anything she needs to way more quickly than what he has to take the time to try to transform to do this BS.
Yeah,
You know,
but
his transform is not instant like that.
It is though.
Mega Man has always
Yeah,
been
but-
able to switch on the fly, though.
but my thing is,
All you have to do is pause, and then you like immediately go into the next one. But if you no, but the thing is, it's like if you think about it, that pause is like
Yeah.
a second transformation.
But the only issue that I had was who has more battle experience.
Yeah, that's true.
That-
I mean,
That's mainly what matters.
Samus
Because-
is a trained combat person.
Yeah,
Mhm.
She's
so
trained to do this. She's trained
that's
to fight.
that's the only reason I'm not gonna say it, but I would go with Samus because I feel like she has more combat experience and more battle experience. The Mega Man only fought robots. He's never fought a human. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
In a robot suit, he only fought robots. So Samus is probably going to be well versed or has something that can deal with robots easier. And like she can have like an EMP. Mega Man can't. He's not going to be able to do anything if he gets hit with an EMP because he's again robot. And I don't know. I just find it. I would find it like not like severely like in Samus's favor, but I would lean more towards Samus, especially with the battle experience and
Randy,
like, her two sets.
I'm choosing Mega Man on this one, honestly.
it's a tie
'Cause the thing
again.
is, it is going to be a tie. No, because the thing is that yeah, sure, he only fights robots, but Mega Man was solely made to combat Dr. Wily.
Yeah,
Mhm.
His whole purpose was to just like anything that Dr. Wily throws out, he's gonna fuck him up. Every single weapon.
But Samus isn't made from Dr. Wily. That's the issue.
Yeah, no, of course. But the
but
thing
they're
is
both.
that,
He's saying that
Yeah.
they're both
No,
meant
'cause
for
here's the thing.
combat. They're both meant for combat, though.
so Mega Man is definitely meant for combat because he doesn't need his abilities in order to fight everybody. You could fight them in a selective order, in any order that you want. So meaning base Mega Man could fuck up any of his robots at any given fucking
Good
moment.
point. Good point.
Again,
Because you could literally go into the game and just pick anyone raw and decide to go off of that. You don't have to do what you need. Like you don't have to do it in a very specific order. They do have suggested orders, but that's not what you need to do. Not at all. You
But
could
my-
fight Elect Man raw. You could fight fucking Quick Man raw. Crash Man doesn't matter.
okay. But again, that's my issue. You can fight all these robots in whatever order. You can have all these abilities. But my thing is, if you fight Samus raw, I don't think that's going to be a fair fight. You know what I mean? Like these are things that I'm looking at. I'm not looking at it because of whatever ability. If he could beat robots, again, robots at base form, robots and humans.
All right, and Samus at base form doesn't even have her fucking roll yet.
She doesn't even have a suit.
What the
She
fuck?
doesn't-
Like
she doesn't
no,
have
no,
a
no, no,
suit.
no, no. If we're not talking about Zero Suit Samus, we're talking about like just raw Metroid One
She
Samus.
has
If
the
anything.
charge shot and the pew pew pew, the pellets.
All right, that's literally the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are we talking about fully powered, or are we talking about with powers?
But even
No, but even fully
Samus
powered, technically. Go ahead, sir.
Samus, Mega Man is meant to fight Dr. Wily. He's programmed to fight this one guy, and they know what this one guy is. They know what he's about. You know, it's different. It's like he has one programming versus Samus has been trained for all types of fucking different environments.
But here's the thing. No. Here's to counter that point, and I will definitely counter the fucking shit out of that point. Mega Man is definitely one thing made by Dr. Light, but Dr. Wily has every single fucking creative advantage because all of his different robots are different things. They're different elements. They're all very unique because he doesn't repeat the same thing twice ever. But Mega Man is still just Mega Man, and that's it.
There's still just data about other monsters that he has. It's not like he has.
All right, and what the fuck is Samus just fighting Metroids her entire fucking life?
And
It's literally
robots,
doing the same
Well,
goddamn thing.
I mean, I wouldn't say she's fighting Metros, but she's definitely
No,
all
but
she's
you
doing
get
is
what I'm
fighting
saying, though.
pirates. All she's doing is fighting pirates, space pirates. That's it. Every
But not
movie,
if-
sorry, every game she's fighting
Yeah,
space
that's,
pirates.
yes. Technically, that's what she's fighting. But we're talking about when it comes to like with the original training. The original training is like what a soldier will go through. You know, like they go to fight anything and do everything, and they get the combat experience from way. She has way more
Mega Man
combat
has
experience than
combat
what this guy
experience.
has.
Mega Man has
She
50 years of
has-
combat experience. Or I'm exaggerating.
And even then,
but you
Mega
know
Man
what I
is
mean.
but he's literally programmed to fight.
robots, not humans. That's the issue.
But
She's
he's
not
just-
fighting humans either.
But
But
that's
robots-
just
but
programmed
that's
to
what
fight.
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But robots,
Well,
but
if you're
robots are
pro-
predictable.
Yeah, like,
yes,
that's
robots
what
are
I'm saying.
predictable. Robots are basic, but robots have
Robots are
If it-
basic.
they have limitations to what they can do.
If-
Humans
And so do
don't.
humans.
But what I'm saying is,
No.
but the
Are we not
capabilities-
limited to what we can
so
do?
do the space pirates.
The space pirates are dead.
They all
That's
have
what I'm saying.
limitations.
Well, clearly they reach their fucking limitations if they're fucking dead, no?
Yeah. But
Which,
what I'm
and
saying,
So-
they keep. Yeah.
the issue.
All right,
the issue
so-
There's
all
not
right,
just
wait.
space, no types of alien and no types of like creatures,
All
but they
right,
have
so
real, like
I-
cousins.
I'm sorry. I'm noticing that nobody's budging on this because usually, like, I'll give it a while to see if anybody would budge to break that tie, but nobody's budging on it. So I'm gonna move on from that. I was hoping. God damn it.
Let's go.
damn it.
Excuse me. No. Yo, because technically, if you look at the stream, time the fuck out. If you look at the stream, we're tied. We're still tied.
No.
No,
So
no,
this-
I'm-
okay. So this
Mira,
is what-
papa, I'm looking at the stream. No, I'm looking at the
Mira,
screen right
papa.
now. I'm looking at the screen right
Listen.
now, and it says Guillermo H says Mega Man. So we're 3 for 3 on Mega Man.
Guillermo. Wait, I don't even see that here.
Look at the Twitch stream.
Oh,
on the
I'm
screen.
not looking at the YouTube part. Yeah. Okay, so we're still
Oh, that's what
tied.
it
We're
is.
still
Okay.
tied because Guillermo says Mega Man and Leticia says Samus. So we are still
go.
tied.
Fucking
And this
top
is one
10
of those
anime
things.
betrayals,
If there's
honestly.
anybody on chat who wants to do this tiebreaker, this is why I encourage you guys to join the chat so that way you guys can help us out with these debates. So it's still tied. I'm gonna leave it tied until somebody wants to chime in on the chat. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave it with that. We'll touch on it another point. We're gonna do another one for now until somebody wants to chime in on the chat. We're
I'm not
gonna
write
do
this down.
Mario versus Sonic. Who wants to go on
I
that?
say Sonic all day.
Yeah, I'm with Sonic on that one.
Why?
No plumber love.
No plumber love.
No,
No, the only plumber love is that fucking flashlight right there. But aside from,
plumber love all day right there.
Love right there.
Best toy in the world.
you're sick.
Sister
Fucking
Rabbit.
no, just like what's a fat Italian plumber gonna do against a supersonic speed hedgehog?
Even if you give him like all his powers, even the fucking star won't compare to like his chaos hammer. You
Yeah,
know?
but it is.
Like,
No, Super Saiyan Sonic got this.
Super Saiyan
yeah, that's what I'm
Sonic is
saying. So if you go all out by giving them everything they have,
Mhm.
Sonic's gonna win all day. If you take away all those extra stuff that they can get, then he's a plumber who headbutts.
My-
You know, like
Wait. What about the hammer?
again,
That's not much.
that's
Okay,
that's
so
that's the utilities. Like if you give them both utilities, then if you give him a hammer, then he can have a chaos emerald. Even if it's not like the full form chaos emerald, one of those things will just destroy everything he has with the speed.
my thing is the only thing about Sonic that I wouldn't really agree with Sonic because the only thing Sonic has on Mario is speed. That's about it. The Chaos Emerald.
I feel like
you-
that's
you
all he
need-
needs though.
Yeah,
That's
but
kind of all he needs. I mean,
but you need 7. You know what I mean? If you give him a Chaos Emerald, he can't do shit with it. That's the issue. Like if he has 1, he cannot do anything with it. He needs literally 7 to go supersonic. and I'm well versed in the Sonic lore. So don't.
I
don't
mean,
test
I'm
me.
also aside from like these extra power ups and stuff, I'm thinking of just them bare bones, like normal.
Mhm.
And I think Sonic's like he still has that speed in order for
Speed.
like to outmaneuver Mario and get him beat. I fall for Sonic too.
I hear you. I hear you. My thing is, man fights bullets. So I think that speed
Giant
it won't really
bullets?
change anything. Yeah,
And,
giant bullets.
that's
What
okay.
the-
So does fucking Sonic fights bullets too. Fucking Shadow got that fucking 9mm on him.
Yeah,
Pulling
right.
up the
Yeah,
fucking Tekken
right.
shit.
The Sonic
Did we all forget fucking Shadow out here doing drive-bys like on feet?
the anti-sonic weapon is a handgun from Shadow.
Fuck, it's a Glock.
All right. So clearly Sonic is the winner in that one. We're gonna do one more, and afterwards, the next episode we have two more left, and hopefully we can start going into the semifinals. So the final one for today. So Leticia and Guillermo both say Sonic as well. So yeah, Sonic's got it beat.
She's
The
not a traitor after all.
the final fight is Prince of Persia, which he goes by different names. So Prince of Persia versus Ezio Auditore.
Oh, the Prince. That's it. Done. I'm getting another
Prince.
beer. Fuck this. He washed his ass. Bye.
Hey, I'm gonna also say Prince of Persia. That's an easy clap, bro. Man stops time, bro. I don't want to hear that.
He thought time. Could be
So-
Ezio, what's gonna happen? Ezio's gonna try to sneak up behind him, right? Or sneak up, or he's gonna hide as this most common fucking monk. He'll be like, I think it's one of those monks. It's right there,
Mhm.
right? And he's gonna, right when he's about to stab him, he rewinds time and goes right and invites him. And
Or even when he dies, he
So
just rewinds time.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate a bit about it though. So yeah, it does make sense. Prince of Persia might
Don't
win.
do that. Don't do it for the
might-
stream.
It makes sense that Prince of Persia might win because he has a dagger. But what about Auditore with the apple like with the contraption that they've always been seeking and stuff, like it gives him like ultimate power basically. So what if he had that?
Doesn't he
but
die
he
after
never, but he never actually, yeah, that too. And he never actually, I don't think he actually even gets it really.
So it's either he dies or it's a draw. That's it.
Yeah. All right, so that was
I'm
a
not in
quick
the mood
one.
for a double. I'm not in the mood for a double KO, but it's not the greatest thing.
So that was a quick one then. So we got the Prince. Prince is the winner on that one there. We got nobody else who wants to do a tiebreaker for what do we do? Samus and Mega Man.
Same
So
person, Mega Man.
I guess we'll touch on that
Yeah.
later.
Leave it on there. Put on the Twitch, Instagram, follow Pornhub thing.
Yeah, I'll put it on. I'll put it on Instagram, TikTok, and Pornhub. I'll put it all on that. So the
The
final
OnlyFans.
thing, the OnlyFans.
Oh, the OnlyFans is up, by the way.
Yo, Max.
So the final thing that I'm going to mention is the community question. Again, as I mentioned last episode, we're going to start doing the community question monthly. So that way I'll post it up and give enough people enough time to comments their answer to the question. And this month's community question was, what is your favorite Easter egg? So just consider the question, get back to us on it, whether it be live on chat or through an email, or we have TikTok and Instagram. You could instant message on there as well and answer the community question. So that's it for the show, pretty much. Yeah, that's it for the show. So we'll leave it at that. And Kevin, you do your fighting streaming stuff as you mentioned before. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. All right. Hey guys, what's going on? Boneless Bones back at it again, or in the stream. Recently just hit affiliate. I'm trying to find a new emote.
Wait,
to
time
put in-
out, real quick. What's the affiliate mean? You never explained that to me. I'm old.
Okay.
Remember that.
Yeah. go ahead.
Okay, so basically, affiliate is when you hit a certain quota on Twitch, which is, I believe, it's have 50 followers, stream for 7 days, have a minimum, I think it's 7 hours, and have 3 concurrent viewers on one stream. So after that, you can start like getting tipped or having emotes or like linking stuff to people, like having like, oh, like if I have a specific setup and somebody wants to copy it, I can like put it on my stream and people can also see it and be like, oh, I want to buy that camera, and then they just buy it like that. So it's more open to
That's cool.
to streaming. But That's recently. I've recently hit affiliate, so I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but I stream at bonelessbones_.tv. Like to see you guys over there, and stay powerful and stay beautiful. I'll see you.
Cool.
Oof.
Yep. So there's that. Say bye to Danny, the Sober Guardian. There's Randy the Ragnarok there as well. Say bye,
Should I
guys.
still make the OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't involve my picture in there. You have fun with that.
Yo,
You gotta use that picture.
I'll
You have it
Photoshop your
already.
picture onto anything.
I'm putting that Pornhub question. I'm putting that question in Pornhub. The Samus versus
Oh
Mega
my
Man. I want to see
God.
so many comments to it.
Yeah, right. You get a lot of
What if we
cosplay.
actually? Quick question. What if we like uploaded the VOD onto that?
No, not interested.
No.
No.
All right, that's fine.
So that's it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to check out the website, thedrunkenguardian.com, for all information and links and stuff. And I will see you next week. Later.
We will see you next week.
Handsome devils.